Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Attends traffic court for motorists. On the heels of the recent announcement by Tax Administration Jamaica (TAJ) that persons holding traffic tickets will have no choice but to visit the respective courts across the island to pay their fines, at least one company has indicated that it can assist these ticket holders. Tax O Express, a service dedicated to serving the public tax office, NEEDS has said that its team is ready to serve members of the public who wish to settle their obligations by way of the courts. Founder of Taxo Express, Cassie Barnes, said his company was designed to save people time and money while meeting their obligations to the TAJ. Established in early 2021, the company currently allows clients to renew their driver's license from the comfort of their homes or offices, and has recently added the settlement of traffic tickets to its list of services. Speaking to the timelines of the service, Barnes said he is convinced that the service is a win-win situation for motorists. He opined that many people just don't like going to the tax office. The court will be no different. The service is saving people time and money. We make it possible for them to settle their obligations in whichever parish court or tax office without going themselves, Barnes shared. He said the service is designed to assist even persons who are unable to find their traffic tickets or they are unable to attend court on the date stipulated. Barnes explained that for persons who cannot find their traffic tickets, his team can run a report by using the client's information to pull the documents of all their unpaid tickets. Similarly, agents, he explained, will attend court on clients' behalf should they be unavailable to do so themselves. Persons wishing to utilize the service offered by TaxO should visit the company's website at taxoexpress.com/ticket. They will be required to fill in their information, following which they will receive a report which will show fees to be paid in court and the total points based on traffic tickets incurred and other pertinent information. After the report is shared with the client, they can make a schedule with Taxo Express to pay the fines. With many persons unable to settle their outstanding tickets at the same time, Barnes said Taxo Express facilitates separate payments. In other words, person can choose which court they pay their fine first, whether in Kingston or Westmoreland, for example, based on their budget. Convenience is everything, so our main aim is to make life easier for the clients while assisting the TAJ. We want to help to reduce the lines at the tax office and courts and help people get their tasks done with as little interruption as possible to their busy days, said Barnes. Taxo Express will renew motor vehicle registration, property tax, and fitness fees, all for an affordable price. A limited liability company, Taxo Express was founded in 2021 to offer a faster and more convenient way to do TAJ-related tasks without going to the tax office. New Fortress Energy Foundation award over $26.5 million in territory scholarships. New Fortress Energy NFE Foundation has awarded over $26.5 million in territory scholarships to support the academic journey of 50 students who are enrolled at the University of the West Indies UWI, the University of Technology Jamaica UTech, and the Caribbean Maritime University CMU. Speaking at the handover ceremony held at the UWI Mona, Minister of Education and Information Favour Williams commended New Fortress Energy for the initiative. Your involvement and corporate giving over the years have been consistent and impressive, and we want to acknowledge this and say thank you, she said. Let me congratulate all our recipients on being awarded this very important scholarship to complete your degrees. I know it has not been easy, especially going through the pandemic over the past almost 2 years, but you stayed the course, and your academic achievement is a demonstration of your resilience. I know that education is the only sustainable way that we can take our people out of poverty in Jamaica, so I implore you all to keep up the good work. Finally, I know you will not forget where you're coming from and help you receive, added Williams. The NFE Foundation Scholarship Program, now in its 5th year, targets territory students who are completing their first degree in an engineering or STEM discipline and who are from the most vulnerable socioeconomic backgrounds and are therefore in need of financial intervention to complete their degrees. The students are also required to have a GPA of 3.0 and above and demonstrate strong leadership and community involvement. According to NFE, the scholarships are testament to the company's commitment to help grow Jamaica's knowledge-based economy, particularly in the area of STEM education. Professor Dale Weber, Pro-Vice Chancellor and Principal at UWI, O'Neill Joseph, Head of School of Engineering at UTech, and Professor Evan Duggan, Interim President of CMU, who were all present at the handover, each thanked NFE and echoed similar sentiments in congratulating the students while expressing that this scholarship is a launching pad for the recipients in achieving their personal and professional goals. The scholarship recipients included 18 students from the CMU, 19 from UWI, and 13 from UTech, each receiving either US $2,500 or US $5,000 each towards their tuition. On behalf of the entire NFE team, I'd like to congratulate all our scholarship recipients for the amazing job that you're doing academically and otherwise despite your financial challenges. There is no doubt that education is key to opening the door to jobs, resources, and skills that a family needs to not just survive but thrive. And so, this scholarship program is about supporting the next generation of engineers, scientists, innovators, or leaders through their journey to reach their fullest potential and to support nation building, said NFE Vice President Verona Carter. Since its inception in Jamaica, New Fortress Energy Foundation says it has provided territory scholarships and high school bursaries to over 250 students, tablets and laptops for more than 500 students, plus financial aid and school supplies to 5,700 primary school students. HIV Unit Director, Empower Youth with HIV Knowledge, admits to fall off in public education.
Is the feel that the public education in respect of HIV/AIDS has waned over time? What's the plan?
Public education requires funding, and we have been doing public education. I think there was a shift in public education when we had Treatall being implemented to persons living with HIV, and there may have been a small fall off in our prevention voice. But our prevention voice has always been there. I think there has to be a wider conversation in prevention, and not just about condom use, but we have to look at wider sexual practices. We have to enable our youth and empower our youth to be able to make informed decisions. And through the Ministry of Education and Youth, they do have the health and family life education that has started within our schools, but that has to be done on a more tangible and wide-based setting in terms of going to the community. So yes, you're hearing it at schools. Yes, you're hearing it on the media. Yes, you're seeing billboards and you're seeing the buses, but the discussion at the community level needs to be pushed, because we're not just speaking about prevention. We're speaking about stigma and discrimination. We're speaking about disclosure. We're speaking about treatment. There are several arms and issues within the HIV response that need to be passed on to our community, not just our children, not just the persons who can read and write, but everybody along the spectrum.
I don't see that level of emphasis again on the matter of HIV/AIDS prevention and condom use, for example. Am I wrong, Candace?
The truth is, in years gone by, we had a lot of resources, way more resources available for us to be, for example, every prime time you would be hearing ads around condom use and, HIV awareness. We don't have that level of resources anymore. There used to be way more players in the HIV response before, way more organizations at the community level, other NGOs were active. And with the drying up of the donor funding, or, with the streamlining of the funding, a lot of persons have really closed their whole voice to it. And so we keep saying, we need other partners. HIV has not gone anywhere. We need to still be having the conversations as if we were in the early 2000s. So I would agree that there is a fall off, but the ministry can do what the ministry can do. But I think we need way more persons to get involved. We have to engage more players to be there with us. And we have to use up the social media.
We have always heard about the myths surrounding HIV and AIDS, and one of the most prevalent ones is among men especially, that if you have sex with a virgin, you can cure yourself. Is that still prominent and prevalent right now, and how much worrisome is it?
The myths are always worrisome. It's like every time, we have to keep reminding ourselves, especially those of us who work in this sector, not to get, annoyed when people repeat these myths to us, because we are worried that at this stage of the epidemic, we are still talking about, having sex with a virgin. There is no truth to that. Absolutely no truth to that. In fact, all you're doing when you have sex with someone, unprotected sex with someone, knowingly that you're HIV positive, is increasing the opportunity of transmitting the virus to someone. And so we want to dispel that myth and to say it doesn't work, but yes, we still do get it. And this goes to the lack of awareness. And I don't even think sometimes it's the lack of awareness. It's really believing the facts. People really need to believe what we're saying, the fact that it doesn't exist. I want to use that to point to just the risk of being a young person navigating sex and sexual relations in this situation, because we're seeing where if we continue to propel these myths, then that continues to put especially the young person who needs to navigate these experiences at risk of contracting HIV. So it has to come from multiple spaces. It has to come from that community of men who men who believe that, but other men who know and can actually say to men that, listen, that's foolishness. That's in the HIV sector, we always say, where are the men in the response? We need more men to really be vocal on spreading the awareness, to say these things are not true, and to show that real manliness is a man taking responsibility and really doing the right thing.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.